welcome back. I'm Shaleena, and today I'm going to walk you through the third storybook in our Come Join Our Musical Journey book series. It's The Magical Path in the Musical Forest by Julie Kerschel. Now, this book is quite different from the other ones in the series. Its purpose is to introduce children to musical instruments. There's 7 instruments in this book: the drum, recorder, melodica, flute, saxophone, lyre. The one that you see here is not an actual lyre, it's a lyre harp, which is quite similar, and the trumpet. And you guessed it, they all have character names: Daddy Drum, Rosie Recorder, Molly Melodica, Frankie Flute, Sammy Saxophone, Lucy Lyre, and Teddy Trumpet. Did you hear those names? Yes, once again, we have alliteration as a learning device. It makes it easier for children to remember the names of the instruments. What is also interesting about this book is that it loops back to the first book, The Big Ride at the Musical Fair. It does this by referring to the animal characters of this book. They are in the background on some of the pages. But nothing is said. That is until the end. So that means that there's an additional layer of learning hidden here. If you've noticed, the instrument names are also named and introduced in the order of D, R, M, F, S, L, and T, being Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti. That's great news because it means that the same solfa or solfege syllables, letter names, and treble clef staff magnets can be used to reinforce the note names. Here is our new set of character magnets, and here are the same sets of magnets we saw back in the previous video. Ready for reuse? Clever. So, remembering our visual, oral, and kinesthetic modes of learning, we can practice our pitching of notes with our hand signs. Ready? Let's get our starting pitch. Do, do, Danny Drum, Re, Re, Rosie Recorder, Mi, Mi, Molly Melodica, Fa, Fa, Frankie Flute, So, So, Sammy Saxophone, La, La, Lucy Lyre, T, T, Teddy Trumpet. And remember, Do, Do, Danny Drum. Yes, finishing with Do makes it sound much more complete, doesn't it? So once children are familiar with the characters in the story, there's the matching posters and the reversible flashcards and playing cards to use. We also have sticker storybooks as well as the colouring and sticker book. There's plenty to keep them busy and thinking about what they are learning. Now, if you recall, the previous 2 books had each new note notated at the treble clef down on the bottom right corner of some of the pages. The Forest book doesn't include this feature, as a primary focus is instrumentation. However, it would still be a good idea to show children the magnets, positioned on the respective keys of a keyboard or piano, or alternatively, the bars of a glockenspiel. And here they are on the music treble staff. So that's it for instrumentation and pitch. Now for something else. Well, just like for the other 2 storybooks, there's a wrap for this book that gives children the opportunity to practice their sense of beat and rhythm. It goes like this. We're going to a concert, what will we see? Tim, Tony, Mary, and then there's me. Follow the path, where will it go? Look, we've arrived, enjoy the show. Finally, as you've probably guessed, there's a rhythm card game in which the instrument character names and other words of the story serve as speech cues for sounding simple notated rhythms. And don't forget the other kinesthetic activity. It's a body action song that also reinforces learning in another fun and educational way. Come with us today, find instruments to play. The drum, recorder, melodica, flute, the saxophone, line, the trumpet to toot. There's lots of things to touch and see, a world of instruments waiting for me. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, drum, re, recorder, mi, melodica, fa, flute, so, saxophone, la, lyre, ti, trumpet, the end. So there we go, another book, some practical activities, and set of resources, and a great way to start introducing children to the wonderful world of musical instruments. See you next time when we're going to explore our next book, The Pentatonics Play at the Musical Park.
Gather round and sing out loud. It's time for musical circles. Grab your friend and let's hold hands and learn